Oh, I'm live. It says, woohoo, I'm live. Maybe that's not the very best. Anyway, yeah, we can do that, right? Still the lighting. That's what I was thinking about. I'm going to go ahead and take this off. And just saying hello, just looking into the world and my experience of it. I am you. Oh, I can't show you. Anyway, it's not my house. I shouldn't be showing you all of those things. I am showing you beautiful paintings done by an amazing human being. And I love her very much. And I probably should have asked for permission beforehand. Maybe I should stop. But I'm just feeling super grateful. And it is such an honor to be able to sit in this space today. And I woke up to this incredible sunrise and just, the whole, all of this, right? Like all of this, like I can't even, she has this painting, she's a painter, the woman, and I am so blessed to have you all in my life. Like I am surrounded by such amazing human beings on such a regular basis. Whenever I allow myself to be surrounded by human beings, they are all amazing. So, but that's what I was thinking about today. I mean, and the past few days, I've been thinking about all kinds of things because that's what I do. And I kind of think that's one of the little things about me that makes me interesting. But we'll see. I had a wonderful conversation with my new neighbor yesterday. I had just been thinking about what is happening here. What is going on Earth? And just a few minutes after I had been having that conversation in the mirror with myself, I walked out to find myself in a conversation where he asked me the same question in the same sort of context, which I found, to be interesting and relevant. But what is going on here? Like, I'll tell you what I said to him that was very like, and where it came from. I say this is true, that we need to ask ourselves, what happened? What is going on here? Like really, to really look at ourselves and to stop this madness of the way that we are living today. And I've been knowing this for a really long time. I didn't come into super duper easy, whatever, like I came into a world of chaos, the one that we were all born into. It's a world of chaos. And it still is. And chaos is really neat, But chaos is beautiful. And I do not believe it ever intends to harm children, And it's really funny because I've often been characterized as chaotic neutral, and I am, right? But I really don't think that we need to hurt each other for any reason. I don't think that's necessary. I think that each individual will travel a path and they will experience and encounter whatever it is that they need, And I do believe that we have these abilities to think beyond the smallness that has been created for us, in our thinking and in our ways of being. Like so many things have remain unspoken. And I'm just saying that it is time for all of us to speak up, to stand in our truth, and to say what needs to be said. Because I, for one, know that my grandchildren deserve better of me. And I'm building that foundation in myself so that I know, like one of the women I admire most, I found out when she passed away that she had been 22 years sober at that time. I'm coming up on 5 years of walking forward on this path of allowing myself to be guided by whatever it is that serves the highest purpose for all of this, like, and this is the only thing that I have any say over, and boy, I have loved learning how to have a say over it. It took a long time. And it still continues to take a long time. The somatic healing that people are doing, please support them in that. Please support yourself in any way that you to encounter this body of yours. Like I have learned so much by allowing myself to cry when I need to cry and to feel what I need to feel and to understand that there is more to the story. There's always more to the story. Because in all of those feelings, there's also this tremendous amount of beauty and power and strength. And I come from the best of the best, right? Without a doubt. And I was raised by some of the most amazing human beings. I actually got to have a huge selection of people help raise me, like I am so grateful for all of the experiences. And to be really, truly honest, a lot of them just flew by. I can say that I may have had my head in a book or I was in some way disassociated. But, it was just life go on, and it goes really quickly. And we do not have a lot of time here, right? And I spent a lot of years trying to forego the time that I had. And I'm so glad that I made it to a point where I am learning for myself what it means to stand in my truth and to know what that is and to come at it correct, right? Like to do what I was raised to do. I was told a long time ago by many aunties that I am a cycle breaker. And I am evidence that, what we resist persists, what you focus on, you create, right? Like for 1,000 years, I said, oh, as long as I, like whatever, I don't want to grow up and be like my mom. Whatever I grew up in was just like my mom. And in some ways, not just like my mom. And I still get to encounter my mother in myself on a regular basis, and I get to feel who I am because of her. I would not be if not for her, right? Like I honor her in so much love, so much gratitude, so much awe. I can't say any other word. I don't even know how to describe this feeling when I tell you how I feel thinking about my mom, right? So like, do this work. Ask yourself these questions, because the only way that we are going to change this world is by doing this work, by changing the world. Like ask yourself what you're saying to yourself. Ask yourself what you're believing. Start to think about how you can believe it differently, right? And like, I have been so fortunate to never believe anything that anybody tells me. Like, I just trust my intuition, like I'm going to follow through, I'm going to observe, and I'm going to pay attention, right? Like everything changes. And and one of my wonderful brother, I actually do have to show you this one. It is so beautiful. Like this is, I love my life. I don't know how to keep things steady. I'm sure you understand. I'm very much a beginner. Um, and so I'll be back. There's a lot going on, and it's all beautiful. And there's a lot going on, and there's no explanation. Some things have got to change, and some stuff has got to stop. And the only way that we are ever going to get it to stop is if we step up and we stand in the way and we do what we need to do to make sure that things change. So that's just where I'm at right now. And I love you guys. And I'm so glad that I've had all of these influences in my life to remind me. And I will continue to come back and to tell you more that we are not alone. And whatever it is that you are seeking is available for you. And you are loved and needed and wanted. And, like, if you ever need to hear anybody tell you, give me a call, right? Like, I'm here. This is just, we have so much to offer, and there is so much work to do. And what I am discovering for myself is when I get out of my own way and I say, everything that I am doing here on this planet today serves a higher purpose for all of us. I would love for my grandchildren, my grandchildren's grandchildren, that's how I say it, deserve to be born into a world that is far better than the one I inherited, right? And I try to imagine what that is, and I try to come up with all of these definitions, but the words are so limited. And the reality is, none of us really knows what we know, right? Like, until we start to explore. And the only part of us that knows what we know is this body that we are born into. Like, and I mean all the way down to the microscopic DNA chromosome, like that, those levels, like this, and to the fact that we are connected all the way out to the edges of the universe, to everything else in the universe, regardless of whether or not you believe that is true. It is undeniable that everything is connected. You are never alone. You are very important. You are always loved. You are deeply valued. And inside of you is that thing that only you, right? Only you know what that is. It takes what it takes to find it, but I believe that we can, each and every one of us, and we can perpetuate that, right? Like, and we can create a whole new world of people who believe that we are capable of so much more. And we are not limited by these belief systems that have been put into place by external sources. And we can come here and we can remember who we are, right? Like, and what we're doing here. And I don't know if you've looked around, and I know that a large number of you don't want babies and don't like children. I understand, like, look around though. Those babies, those faces, they're precious. And that's what we're doing this for. That's the only reason that we do any of these things. So we all got to step up. We got shit to do. Love you. Oh, wait, there we go. End stream. Got to remember where the buttons are. Love you.